Hey guys, Cosmolord here. Today we're gonna review the TCG Banlist that was released yesterday by Konami. This list, I know that all of you have seen the list already because this list is just a massacre. That's the only word that can be used to describe this list. A massacre. I mean, if you will play in this game for quite a long time, you will remember Dragon Rulers. Dragon Looters was one of the most powerful decks that has been released in this game yet, and they were expensive because it was really good, but the cards were actually rare cards, but they were short prints in the box. So yeah, it was actually a really hard deck to build with, but when you have the deck complete, this deck was so powerful. The only deck that can compete with this one's Spellbook, and just buy some stands because you needed the spell that can add cards to the hand, Judgment, Spellbook Judgment. Without Judgment, you couldn't play around this deck. So much potential, so much power. This card, the only one that's not banned right now, is Tempest. There are rumors that maybe one of these cards can be bring back to one, but I don't know, guys. Even by today's standards, Tempest is a really good card. We don't have a deck that can fulfill the use of Tempest, but this deck is really powerful. And looks like something like that has repeated again for this game. And we're talking about Tier Elements. Tier Elements have received a massacre. I know you have seen the list already, but I want to go step by step by the cards that were hit to give my thoughts about it and to see if Konami did the right move or not. So the first card we have is Artifact Sight. This is in Spanish, so don't worry. I have it in Spanish because I live in a Spanish country, so that's why the website was um, predetermined to be in Spanish. But Artifact Sign is not a mystery for nobody. We will receive new support for drop cards in the new Tracted Structure deck, and they feel that this Artifact Sign will be a bummer to be around because this card have been so powerful since the beginning of the extra deck era when this card released, not all decks was relying that much on extra cards, and just the artifact strategy was not so splashable. But right now, you don't have to play a lot of artifacts to be able to abuse sight, and we have the link one that can actually put this set activate and it's generic. So I, I think it's time for sight to go. So no, it's not something that I feel sad about it. I just feel that Artifact needs more support. If they're gonna take Side off the game, they need to give Side Artifacts a bit of support in the coming future because the deck is actually dead right now, and I believe this strategy is really unique. I feel like it's really fun, and I remember back in the day when the Infinity era was when Infinity won the World Championship. This was the top contender in those times, and it was a really popular deck. I actually feel this deck is really good. Uh, well, by the effects they have right now, compared to the cards that we have, it's about dead. But back in the day, it was just amazing. So see you later, side. Thanks for all the good moments you had give us. So that's it for you. Then we have, oh god, thanks God, the barrier status of Stormwind is gone. And I feel that, well, they have the link out of the game already, and they hitting this card. Why don't we just hit the the bird's dead? I forget the name of the bird's dead, but the Flounderies. Why don't we hit Flounderies already and don't try to make indirect hits? Because this card, yes, is is one of the reasons why the deck was so strong because it prevents you to special summon monster and can be searchable. Yeah, but overall the float rate will be still around and will continue to be just a pain to deal with. Cause this card, there are decks that you can summon a monster and try to get rid of it. Yeah, you have cards like the Penguin guard that will try to hold half your attack to protect this statue barrier. So maybe now Plunderers will see less relevant in the in the competitive environment. I don't know. I hope so because I'm tired of Plunderers, to be honest with you. Then we have Kikalos, and this was the beginning of the massacre. When I saw this card, I was so happy they hit Kikalos because this card was so unfair. I mean, it was so easy to do. It relied on to send 5 cards from your deck to the graveyard. That's like turbo out all your deck, all your combo pieces. It was the enable of the dead. This card was so powerful that if you Baylor her or Impermanence, mm, they kind of struggle. They kind of struggle a little bit if they don't have the Ichizu engine. So this card was so broken. It wasn't limited to one. It was just banned already. Normally, when Konami ban a card, they put it first to forbidden, to limit ones, and then they put the card in forbidden. And in the case of Kikolos, just straight ban. That's it. Go ahead. It's banned. Do whatever you want. Um, then we have Elf. Yeah, Elf is gone now. So this is another card that was not at limit of one. It just straight got banned, and that's it. Elf is a really powerful card because it's just so generic. So many decks can abuse this card. And this card gives the sprite a way to recycle the resource back and ban again. Even Tyrants can use it. Then you have the combination of Splite and I forgot the name of the Beastwater archetype, the Tree Brigade. They use that card also, and they can create some problems with level 2 Tree Brigade deck. So now Elf is gone. You need to move on and try to play another deck. But I feel this is a marketing strategy so people can grab the cards of the Gishki in the spot. Yeah, I know Gishki is like a super rare card, something like that. But anyways, people will try to go for this box to try to have the Gishki engine because I feel it's actually a really good choice. So yeah, it's not a bad hit. Sorry, Elf, you were so powerful. So let's see that we don't have anything else in the forbidden list. I have seen the list already, guys. Just trying to see it with you guys again. Then we got Agido. I won't talk just about one card. I won't talk about Kelbel and Keldo, all the Chisu cards. If I being fair, I think this card were a mistake by Konami. This card shouldn't exist. This card are so generic and so powerful to just mill your deck, to just having quick effects, to disrupt your opponent just for free. That anybody can use these cards. These cards should be locked into a Shishu, into a fairy, necrobalist stuff. I don't know, gatekeeper. Just generic milk support. Wow. Why? Why, Konami? Why you create these cards? These cards are just so insane that you have the issue now that these cards wait in the game just 2 months or something like that. I mean, when was released the booster set that I can see the booster set that was released here? I feel like um the one with this yes, Mama was released November. So you telling me that these cards will last November, December, January, and beginning of the February? They're gone. Just 3 months. These cards just they were playable 3 months at full power, and then you're hitting at each one of them. That's because they were a mistake, and they were destroying the game. The tournaments alone were a good, powerful deck, yeah, but when these cards, the deck became unstoppable. So I will miss this card. You have, if there's a card, if there's a group of cards that deserves to be limited one, or this card. Sorry, nobody will miss you guys. Bye bye. Then we have yeah, Mudora, same. Josefa Mudora. It's from the package of this girl, of these cars, which is cars, stupid cars. Okay, then we going through the tournaments. Each one of them was hit. We have Shiden, we have Merlin, and we have Hamnes. I will talk about all these in general. They were so strong. They were really powerful cars. Um, they allow you to fusion someone so easily because of milling process, and you can even do it in your opponent's turn. So what Konami did, they put each one of them to one, so you have lower chance to fusion someone as quickly as possible. Yes, if you ask me, is the deck dying right now with this? No, no at all, at all. Right now the deck's still a top 10 contender, like tier 1 deck. The one thing is that now the deck is uh, more fair. There was no fair, but again with all this card. Now it's a fair deck to be used, to be used and to be playing the game, because I feel this deck was just a mistake by Konami. I mean, the card design are amazing, but the effects were so powerful. And I feel good that it was just an Aqua deck, you know. I don't remember Aqua base deck that was so good, but overall they were, besides Dragon Rulers, I don't remember seeing a most powerful deck like this. Yes, you have powerful deck like Spiral back in the days, but this deck was so much over the place, and you have not a lot of ways to deal with this deck. There were like no way to deal with all this bullshit. Sorry for the word, guys, but that's how it is. Um, no cards were able to counter this at full power. So see ya, guys. See ya, Tier Elements. We will miss you. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about the fact that we spend a lot of money in this deck. This deck just being around 6 August, and then you are hitting the deck. Now we won't be able to sell the deck and to buy a new deck. But I'm telling you guys, Tier Element players, your deck is fine. You will be able to play the deck. If you want a deck to be the most broken deck of all times, I'm sorry, but that's not how the game should stay. Everybody that plays this deck in locals, they know they were competed into each other to see which tournaments wins the event. Sometimes another deck can beat them, but usually these guys that have this deck and know how to use it, they have the best chance to win the tournament. So this deck was not fair for the game, in my opinion. Then we have Fairy Dragon, but again, she was limited in this pack. She got an errata. So right now, when you activate the effect to pop field spells, you can add a field spell to your hand, but the field spell you add will never be the same that you destroy. So that's a good effect, a good errata. So thank you, Konami, for bringing back Ancient Fairy Dragon, and maybe we now can have a power-up version of Ancient Fairy Dragon because we have it in OCG and TCG. So yeah, a new powerful version like they do with Blast Rose, Stardust, um, Crimson Fire, Archifin Dragon, and Power Tomb Dragon. That's pretty much it for limited cards. Then we have some limits that were nothing, and cards that are not limited anymore. I need to take a moment because we have new ones. We have Testrudo. Testrudo is now about is free. Testrudo is free. Synchron Jet Synchron is free because we don't have needle fever. Then we have Frikey. I'm not remember. I forgot the name of the Crystal Link. So we have Mecha Phantom Beast or Lion back at 3, same as Jet Synchron. The reason. Then we have we have Drukins Little Saya, the disaster. This is not really powerful card to release. Does Dinosaur can use this again in Dungeon Struggle? Well, that's quite interesting. That surprised me. That surprised me a lot. Itagaratsu is now at 3. I don't know that if somebody will create a loop. Man, a good way to abuse this card, but I don't see. We have the Servant of Endymion, new pendulum support. I think that's fine. And we have Spider Resort. This is a huge card to release. I do believe the Spider will see some plays. Spider is just a big dead overall. It can compete with today's standard, maybe not, or maybe miss out with other archetypes. Who knows? Maybe we will see a Spider or Tyrannom instead. Who knows? We will see. Time will tell. So, guys, that's pretty much it for the ban list. I just wanted to give my reaction. Well, not my reaction because I already knew the ban list. My analysis about that. Do I like the ban list? I love it. I believe it's one of the greatest ban lists that Konami has released in a couple of years. So they need to fix things that are not doing well for the game, things that are making the game become steady, just a one deck. Even today, standard, the OCG Tyrannus is being the best deck. Maybe that will continue in this side, in the TCG side, but now we have the benefit of the doubt that maybe Kashtira can put an end to that regimen. And yeah, Kashtira is a powerful archetype, but they have counters more accessible that were not the ones that hit Tyrannomans. You don't have a lot of counters to that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's pretty much it. I want to tell you guys. Thank you for your support. Subscribe, leave a like, and see you guys later. Peace.